In this video we would learn about Ember actions. You can call them functions or the different events like click event, mouse over, etc. And okay, let's get started. I need to restructure my application, so let me create a friends route and I will move the code from main index to in a friends route, so to keep things properly structured. That's the way you should also do your application. Keep your things structured. Okay, let's create the dashboard. When I want to go to the home page, then I would like to see a proper button or link to go to manage friends. So I need a couple of images like manage friends. I have downloaded this demo image and put it in the public folder. My image is now showing, and you can see that I have just used the profile.png because it is taking the proper path from the public folder. Okay, I can see my profile.png is in the dist folder, so let me adjust, create a proper images folder and then put that profile image in there for proper structuring, as you know. And let me adjust a couple of styles for my dashboard. So dashboard icons and p tag just for the layout. This I'm going to spend a couple of minutes over here. So you know, a good application should also looks good. So if your application doesn't look good, then you should work on that, because that what's matter as well. People like to see good things. And right, so looks like my dashboard icons are getting ready. If you know HTML, you know that what's clear or clear fix does. So I need to add that clear fix. And okay, right, so hover effect, and let's suggest some other small things, pointers, text bold, right. Let's create a component for dashboard icons as dashboard icon. And now let me move this structure in the dashboard icon, and that's how you use it, dashboard icon. And right, so icon is displayed. So let's create some parameters to be passed to the component. For example, I need a title that manage friends, and I want an image like profile or settings, etc., and a link where user would go. And let's check if it's working. Okay, friends 2 is displayed. And let's make things dynamic, like image is dynamic, title is dynamic, and a link. Okay, for link I'll use a built-in helper like link to, that's the Ember's built-in function helper component, and I'll pass route and the value which is passed from there. So manage friends is working and URL is working. Okay, right, so let's remove these extra icons from dashboard, manage friends. Okay, cool. Now I am going to convert this ordered list to table based for proper rows, and because I need to add some other things in that, and I don't want to go into the much hassle of creating table based responsive layouts, so just table is fine for me right at the moment. Okay, I have updated the list component to work with this. Okay, now I want to show 1 2 3 like 0 1 index, and you can see if I type 1 then it gets typed, so I can get index from the each, and I pass that index into the component list component. But when I use that, it starts with a 0 1. Okay, let me add couple of more Mortal Kombat characters in the list. Liu Kang, the favorite one, and Sub-Zero, the coldest one, Okay, these are the fake numbers. Please don't try to call them on these numbers. And these are added, and I can see that there are 4 guys, but 0 1 2 3 index start from the 0. We need a helper plus 1. A helper is a small function which works for the templates only, so I will come to helpers later on, but just note that a parameter is passed and it just returned a plus 1 of that. So how to use this is used, and you can see that instead of 0 1 2 3 it printed 1 2 3 4. Okay, so let's suggest some styling for that table head, table text, so center, table row, and right. Okay, and classes. Okay, yeah, it takes time. You need to get a designer for that. If you are good at designing, very nice, but it's a experimental thing. You have to play a lot. Okay. And for SAS, you can check my other video, like pre-processing video, the style sheets. That would help you understanding how SAS works. And okay, I'm just hard coding this 70% width and 30% width for these two days. I'll come to this later. And yeah, I can do that, but I'm just doing it right now. I will move that code later in the CSS file. Okay, so yeah, so I will create this layout, like if friend is selected, it will show on the test side. Okay, so now I have created the list and I want to add a click event. And okay, let me create a new component class for friends, because I want to add functions in that. Let's do that. Import action from Ember object, and we created an action, test action, and I just passed. This is working. And on the row, on the parent level, on click, this test action. Okay, I can see that it's working. Now let's create another component, friends main, and move the list logic over here, because list should be a separate component, and overall structure should be another component, so they can properly communicate with each other. Data down action up is a very important concept. I should make a next video on the data down action up. Cross your fingers. So component class, friends main, and import action from Ember object as usual, and created an action for select friends. Now when I click on the row, I want a friend to be selected in a memory, and that selected friend would be passed to the right side component where you see test is written. So here I'm trying to, okay, it didn't work. Yeah, okay, I need to pass the action, not the click event on here. So on select, I pass the action that when on select is called, that should call the JavaScript action from main, and in the list, in the component, I have passed that component to the payment. Okay, So to call this, you need to use this .args.onSelect, because argument, the value passed from the parent is sent in arguments. Okay, I can see that it's working in the console. And right. Okay, in the main template I have passed this function, and here I have used that arguments, and I also, because I already have passed the friend, so I just simply return that same friend back to the action, and you can see that it's working, and user have clicked on the Sonia Cage, and you can see her name is here. Now when I click, I want this to go into the test, so I created another uh, this is the selected friend value, the variable for the template, and I'll just update this over here. So to check for the computed property or observers, if you know the old code or any other framework, so Ember have now tracked from the Glimmer engine, and the tracked is basically used for keeping an eye on the value. If it gets changed, it also should re-render the front end. So okay, selected friend values added. So whenever this is clicked, you can see that on the right side the selected friend name is displayed. Yeah, kindly do let me know if you have any questions, and thank you for watching. Hit like and subscribe. Take care. Bye bye.